Morning, Mr. Running. How are you today?
Good.
I have a subpoena. This is your subpoena,
Okay.
and this is a subpoena for Miss Iceland. I have 2 copies. One copy is for you, and 1 copy is for myself. So if you just take the paper clip off, there we go.
You expect a lot of cooperation from us when you refuse to cooperate in even the most basic ways with us.
What way have
Even
I...
down to refusing to tell me how you pronounce your last name when I asked you today.
Well, it's irrelevant how I pronounce my last name, but
Well,
what...
I want to be polite and be able to pronounce your last name correctly. That's why I asked that question.
Okay.
You said, I don't answer questions. That's not cooperation. Okay, if you want to be in the process serving business, then you can follow the rules of process servers. I don't feel any need to go out of my way to be cooperative with you, other than just ordinary courtesy, which
Okay.
you have also refused.
Okay. Well, I apologize if you feel that way. That's all I can say. I try to be as cooperative as I can.
Well, it
Given
doesn't
the
matter to me.
circumstance...
If you want, however you want to act, however you want to conduct yourself, that's up to you. It doesn't matter to me. What I'm saying is, if you expect people to be cooperative with you, a little bit of cooperation from your side and just common courtesy and a willingness to communicate with even the most basic communications would go a long way for you.
I agree with that, Mr. Running. We are now into, what is it, the 18th or 19th month of this case, and I've had 0 cooperation from the police department, your office, or even the district attorneys. In the long
You've
run...
gotten as much cooperation as any defendant who behaves the way you do is likely to get.
I see. And what behavior would that be when I ask for my records and they are refused repeatedly?
You have not been refused any records.
Really?
Yes.
So
in fact, I personally handed over to you a stack of them the last time you and I met.
That was the first
which
time...
you very helpfully posted a video of on YouTube.
I
So
did.
there's documented evidence right there that you received these documents.
Yes. That was the first time I received any documents after, what was it, about 16 months after I was arrested? Is it too much to ask for the police record for the day that I was arrested? Is it too much to ask for those records of why you arrested me?
No. And
Okay,
you
then-
received all the records that you requested.
No, I did not.
Well,
To this
then you
day,
better request them again.
I,
We don't stonewall anybody on document requests. We follow the law. If you want to engage in discovery, then you need to follow the law also.
I understand. All I can do is ask, and I've asked for my records, and I haven't received them. I know I haven't received them, and that yet is a moot point. We will be moving forward.
Well, maybe you misunderstand that when you don't receive documents that you have requested, it may be because those documents don't exist.
So you're saying that on June 11, 2014...
I'm not saying anything
the
about June
day I
11,
was arrested,
2014. I
right,
didn't say
the
anything
day
about
that
that.
I was arrested, you're saying there was no arrest, police report, or any paperwork for that day that I was arrested, because that is the information that I have not received. It's the day that I was arrested, the time that I was put in jail, and why I was arrested. To this day, you refuse to even tell me what you are accusing me of doing. And what I'm doing isn't any different than what I'm doing right this moment. Period. It's not against the law.
What is not against the law?
To videotape interactions, period, in public. So
When
what
did-
are you accusing me of doing is what I've asked many times. What are you
And it's
saying
been
I did?
explained to you that your citation states what the charge is against you.
Yes.
Okay? You know what that was.
Disorderly conduct is what you're charging me with.
Correct.
What are you saying I did? I know what you're charging me with. What are you saying I did is what I'm asking. I've asked the police department, what are you saying I did?
Mm-hmm. Well, you were there. You're fully aware of what you did that day.
Mr. Running, that's all I've asked. You say that I'm uncooperative. I'm telling you I was arrested, and I've asked those simple questions. What did you arrest me for?
Yes.
What did you arrest me for? Not what are you charging me with, but what are you saying I did? That's all I've asked. I've asked for the police reports from the day that I was arrested, June 11th. I have yet received any of that. Now, if you think that's being uncooperative, and I've asked many times, and that's been recorded, and maybe I haven't posted all the times I've come down here and or down to the police department and asked for the police reports for the day that I was arrested, and why did you arrest me? To this day, I haven't received any of that. You have given me some paperwork. You gave me a police report that was dated 9 months after I was arrested. It's a supplement. I'm not asking for supplements. It's fine, I appreciate it, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
But to this day, I'm still looking for the police report from the day that I was arrested. The records of when I was in custodial custody, as you refer to it as. You're saying those records don't exist? Or I didn't ask politely? Because I got many videos of how many times I've asked for those records. At some point, Mr. Running, I understand you'd like to be treated as an adult, and so do I. I like to be treated with respect, just like you do. I don't believe being arrested and thrown in jail and having my property stole from me for over a year, and yet you still can't tell me what I did? I know what you're charging me with. I got that. I got that a long time ago.
Well, congratulations.
You took a year to even file the charge. You took a year after I was arrested to file the charge of disorderly conduct. Now you think that deserves a certain level of cooperation. It's a two-way street, Mr. Running. It doesn't take a year to file disorderly conduct charges. It takes a year to cover it up, but it isn't going away. I haven't gotten my paperwork. I've asked for it and you know it. I've also asked for the DVD that was burned by the manager at McDonald's, the high-definition security camera, from multi-angles as it's clearly stated on the police report. I very much would like to get my hands on that DVD. Very much so. Anyways, Mr. Running, I'm not here to argue with you.
No, you're here to make a speech, obviously, and it's
Well,
a
we're
lovely
having-
little speech. What you need to
It's a
do is
discussion.
prepare the defense of your case.
And that's what I'm doing, the
Well,
best that I can.
I wish you luck on that.
As while we're here, and I might as well ask you, I have asked for a jury. I received your response to my request for a jury and a speedy trial, et cetera, et cetera. I have yet to hear anything from the judge about my request or my motions. Do you have any knowledge about that, the status of my request with the judge on my jury,
No, I
et cetera?
mean, you took a video of this the last time that you asked me this question, and I told you then, which is also helpfully documented on YouTube, that that's a matter for the court to handle.
Well,
You
not
make
every-
requests to them for the way you want your trial to be conducted. We have nothing to do with that here. The judge will respond to your request for a jury trial according to the law and according to his wishes.
I'm just asking you, do you have any knowledge of the status of my request? I'd ask the judge myself if I could find him, but at the moment, you're the only person I can find here. The clerk's office is closed, so I can't go down there today either. So I'm just asking if you have any knowledge of the status of my request.
I don't, but
I
I would
received
guess that since according to law you're not entitled to a jury trial in this matter, that the court is probably not going to grant it.
I understand your opinion. That doesn't answer my question is do I or do I not get an official response from the judge on the ruling of my motion?
Well, everybody
That's all
that
I'm
watches this video will comprehend, probably better than you do apparently,
Yes.
that I've already answered that question.
Okay.
I don't know what the court is going to do.
That's all
Okay?
I'm asking.
You understand. I've answered this question,
Yes.
okay?
Yes, you have. To the best of your ability is what you're telling me. I just thought I'd ask while I'm here.
You asked it the last time you were here and you got the same answer.
And here's the thing, I still don't have an answer to my motions, just like all the other questions that I've asked. I asked them, I have yet to get answers for them. Now, if you want to talk about the level of cooperation, I've got my side of my story. I can give you a lot of details about what level of
Well,
cooperation
you
I've received.
made your motions to the court,
I have.
okay?
That's the best I can do. I already know where you're going with that. That's
Right.
fine. I just thought I'd
It's up
ask.
to the court to answer.
That's right. I just thought I'd ask while you're here. I thought maybe you might have some knowledge. The clerk's office is closed today, so I can't go down there and ask them, but while I'm here, I thought I'd ask. Time. And we will see you in court.
That's the point,
Yes, that's the goal.
You need to prepare your defense
I'm working on
for
it.
the trial.
I am working on it.
You can't expect us to prepare your
No,
defense
I'm
for
not.
you
I just,
or the police
I,
department.
I simply want my information that I know exists. If you're trying to tell me that there was no police report written on the day that I was arrested and sent in jail,
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
said
just
that
asking
you've
you.
gotten all of the documents that you requested.
no, I didn't. I requested
Okay.
the police reports, and that's not in there. And that's a very critical report from both Detective Carpenter and Fine. Critical that I get those police reports from the day that I was arrested and the time I spent in jail. Can you answer why I haven't received them?
No.
Do you have any idea why I haven't received them? I didn't
No.
ask for them correctly. I didn't ask for them enough times. It's not important.
You
Is
have
that-
to
is
talk
that-
to the person that you requested them from at the police department.
Well, you're one of the persons I've requested it from, as well as I've also talked to Mr. Ronald Ramus, and I think the number is around 10 times for my open records.
Well, I
And
think
he
you get
keeps
the
t-
message by now then.
I certainly do. You're not going to give it to me, and that's withholding, and that's my point. That's the level of cooperation that you expect from me. I expect a certain amount from you. I don't think it's too much to ask for the police report from the day that I was arrested and I spent time in jail. There's a ton of paperwork that goes along with arresting somebody and putting them in jail. I'm asking for it,
I understand that.
and I just haven't received it. Now, that's all I'm telling you. That's a very low level of cooperation, and you can't expect me to cooperate with you when I don't have cooperation from you. And I've asked Mr. Aramis at least 10 times, for my records. It's just a point that I'm making, and I've made it very clear. You say I've gotten all the paperwork that I've asked for. I have not. I have something else for you. This is a complaint that I have against Becky Ehrman for assault when I came down here to request motions. I'm filing this with you, with the police department, with Madison, as well as court clerk. That'll be your copy. I also am following up on my open records request and I had with Ronald Ramus, et cetera, in regards to my open records. He responded, et cetera. This is a copy that you can have that I'm going to be turning into Ronald Ramus again, explaining that my records have not been released, nor have I been given what I've asked for.
Okay.
Mr. Aramis had responded to Ms. Iceland and said, in this email, I'm going to get Mr. LaHote his records 3 months ago. And it's been 3 months and I'm still waiting. This is a letter explaining or asking one more time, where are my records, that Mr. Ronald Ramus had promised 3 months ago.
Okay.
Okay? I'm just turning that in.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Anything else?
Other than my records, that's all I would like.
Okay.